Well, welcome back to OnlyStans. I know
We're
you missed
back.
us.
And we're on video this
We're
time.
back again, and you can see our faces, which is maybe a negative, but that remains to be determined.
Welcome back to OnlyStans, y'all. It's season 2.
We are the OnlyStans.
Yeah, we're going to
Going
have a theme
once.
song soon. It's going to sound, there might be like ukulele and a
Not
trap beat
copyrighted.
in it. We're planning on ukuleles and trap beats, so look out for it.
That's our aesthetic.
Um,
Well, I'm Ryan,
I'm Taylor.
and we're here to spill the tea. We know you missed it. It's brewed, piping hot.
Steeped.
We are in month 3 of quarantine. How you holding up? Yeah,
Barely.
exactly.
I'm doing things like this so I stay sane.
Yeah, month 3 of quarantine. Month 11 now since I felt the touch of a man. And
You can almost donate blood.
oh, that's so true. I'm almost ready to be a homophobe, fully fledged. Just biding my time, waiting for the day.
God. Now that LA is closed till August basically, I'm I mean summer's canceled officially. I have
Yeah.
Speedos that I just straight up I guess I'm not wearing this summer. They're new. I was really very excited. Uh
I
but
mean,
uh
I ordered a swimsuit 2 weeks ago. My therapist says that denial is one of the essential stages of grief, though. So
what are you grieving?
I'm grieving the loss of my life, my sense of normal.
Yeah. Hope y'all are staying well out there. All you listeners, stay safe.
But the music is kept coming.
Yes. Music
Actually,
is kind of slaying right now.
so I wanted to ask you, have you noticed any change or any difference in like the way that you're consuming music now compared to when life was normal?
Yes,
Me too.
because my main thing is how I'm like where I'm consuming music because I guess so usually before we need like a before Christ and after Christ, like BC before Corona, after Corona. Um BC I was listening to music in the car at work like when I was preoccupied with other things, and so I
Yeah.
could kind of like tune them out a little bit more or like not focus on them. But now since I'm working at home, and I'm constantly ingesting music while I'm working, but I feel like I'm paying attention now, and I can't listen to the same playlist twice in one day, and I have to like
Yeah.
have a wider variation. Otherwise, I get annoyed. And I think it's because I'm sitting at home all the time, and it's like I don't have any opportunity to.
Yep, I totally agree. It never like really dawned on me until now how much I used my commute to listen to so much music.
Mm.
And that was like, I would listen to music in the office and stuff, like at work too, off and on. But like really consistently, I looked forward to my commute to kind of curate my playlist, especially because I live in, you know, I live far from my office and I'm in the car for probably an hour and a half a day normally.
Oh wow.
So I had a lot of time on my hands, and now I don't have that time. And I'm already distracted at home. So I'm not listening to music because then I would get zero done.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to cling to my source of income for dear life while I can.
So you're listening to much less music, is what you're saying.
I am, yeah.
Mm.
And it's, I, now, I mean, granted, that's still probably a few hours a day, but, down from 10 hours a day sometimes, or more. So it's definitely changing my consumption habits. And I kind of wonder if, the longer this stays our normal, as long as this is status quo, if that will change for kind of the industry as a whole.
Mm. Interesting.
Interesting thing just to ponder.
Yeah. Because I mean, I don't. I'm also one of those people that can listen to music while I work. Like it doesn't affect my productivity.
Mm.
Most of the time it increases it actually. um, so I hadn't thought about like people who can't or don't listen to music while they work. Like if that was the if that or your commute was the main time that you're listening, then yeah, it makes sense. Like you're not listening to nearly as much music as you used to. So I
Right.
wonder if that's like affecting like record sales or like streams that count towards a record sale. And
It's affected my streams for sure, but
that's
you know,
interesting.
not in a way that I'd be too terribly concerned. But
Yeah. But I mean, if it's a lot
then
of
again,
people
there's
at
also the
once.
people who are probably, too much time on their hands and only streaming Say So on repeat for on dozens of devices per individual for hours and hours and hours and hours a day. Um, so there's also, those. So it balances out. But, you know,
Should we talk about it?
let's talk about it. Because that is the story of the week, isn't it? I've got to say, I personally loved like feeling like I was in the middle of like Stan World War III. It was very thrilling for me to just kind of watch everything play out on Twitter. The battle for the number one single between Doja Cat featuring Nicki Minaj, Say So, twice, the two fucking versions, and Megan Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce, Savage remix. Um, I know which one I preferred because I stand talent,
I think we prefer
but
the same one.
because taste. But it was a battle, and in the
Yeah.
end,
I mean, I really thought Savage was gonna pull through because it charted higher and the week before, like it was 4 and Say So was 6. So I was like, okay, Savage
mhm,
has got this. And then the Barbs went crazy, and then Nicki Minaj was
as they
making
do.
international headlines. But what was that? Used to be bi, but now I'm just hetero.
Oh my god.
Which what was that? I think
Oh,
it was very purposeful. She was like, I'm gonna get my number one through controversy. And she did it. And I mean, it's been 10
they
years, I guess, over.
I mean, they did the damn thing. So, Barb's, kudos to you. And I am not insulting Barb's. Like, I am a recovered Barb, but I I was just shocked. I was in awe at the lengths that people were going to. Like, I saw multiple videos of people with literally dozens of devices all simultaneously streaming Say So. There was not one, not two, not three, but four different versions available to purchase. So there's standard edition Say So, there's clean version Say So,
Oh
there's
god.
Say So remix number 1, and then there is Say So remix number 2, the original version that accidentally got leaked onto the streaming platforms worldwide first
Mess.
and then was
Mess.
replaced with the bi not hetero, which is a mess in and of itself.
It is. She did that on shit. She did that on purpose
I
to stir
honestly
up some
I hope
shit to
she did
make
it on
headlines.
purpose
She did. Because
because it's
otherwise, why?
masterful. It was very, very well done on her part. I also want to throw out there that I think a big contributing factor of Say So going number 1 was the tweet where she was like, "I'll show you my boobs."
Doja Cat.
Yes. Because straight guys already go up for Doja
She
Cat.
even
I don't
got
know
the
what it
straight
is about
guys to.
her.
It's.
I mean, she's a gorgeous girl, of course,
She
but
is.
I mean, she already has the straight guys like on lock. And when she said she was going to show her boobs, they were like, "Oh, so we're getting this song to
They're
number
actually
1
streaming it.
at any cost."
Ugh.
And then she didn't even do it.
She
She
scammed
punked
y'all. She conned
y'all.
y'all. I want to. Okay, listen. I saw Barb's doing some insane things, saying insane things on Twitter. Some of them said they legit were not listening to Savage until the week was up because they didn't want the streets to count
She will
towards
not get my
Megan.
stream.
Yeah, I was like, this is actually ridiculous. But I mean, they did it. They
They
made it
did
happen.
it.
They made Nicki go #1 for the first time in her career. Doja Cat got her first #1, and so did Dr. Luke after 5 years.
Oh my God, 6 years actually. But
6 years?
yeah, it was 2014. I think was his last number one hit, and that is
Something. For
uh,
those of you that don't know, Dr. Luke produced this song. He produced this song and another song for Doja Cat. Is he like credited
a
as
few of
Dr.
them.
Luke, or is it?
That's the kicker. So
Yeah, it's a
he has
pseudonym.
gone to every length to disguise himself. Obviously, he can't. So the thing about credits is that you can go by an alias for your producing credit, uh, but you can't get your songwriting royalties unless you go by your legal first and last name.
Oh yeah,
So he'll always be exposed because you have to give the producer writer credit in this day and age. So he can't hide himself, but he calls himself just Kaz. He calls himself Tyson Tracks, and I think that's the alias that he's using with Doja Cat. Um, he calls himself Made in China, which is that's the one that he's been using for all of Kim Petras's work, and I mean all of it. I looked it up
yeah.
today, and she
Every
has
single
literally
song.
never released a song without him.
Yeah,
Like on both
which
albums,
makes me feel
the
things.
EP,
Yeah.
like so. So that begs another question: do we? Of course, we care, but there's always conversation about cancel culture and all that bullshit. Do we cancel Doja Cat for working with a an accused assaulter? Deep sigh, indeed.
Because it's like it's wild, and it sucks that I'm personally upset about it because it's involving these women, these pop girls, into his mess that I wish were not involved in it at all. And
They
so I
don't
think about
deserve
Kim
it.
Petras.
These are talented girls. Like, and my feeling is that they could be successful without him,
But clearly Kim doesn't think so.
which is why I wonder if she's like signed to some sort of 360 deal where she can't, you know, like she
Oh,
literally like legally can't release anything without him. It, or like if there's some sort of something we're missing or that she can't necessarily speak about publicly that
yeah.
is I really don't know, but it's just like, she has been confronted about this several times, Kim Petras in particular. I don't think it's really come up with Doja Cat as much because Say So, while it's now undeniably her biggest hit, it wasn't necessarily how she made her name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so it's not really come up as much yet. But
But I mean, it just sucks that Dr. Luke was never really canceled in the sense that he still has he's always had such a strong foothold in the industry. Like he's made so many hits that no matter how exiled he might be, people still want to work with him because he is that influential
he's
and
a
can make a
hitmaker.
fucking pop song, like undeniably.
He's like
Um,
he and Max Martin are the juggernauts of pop
yeah.
music.
But it's
And if
also
you want a
frustrating when I
hit,
think
you go to
about
them.
it's frustrating for me when I think about people like Katy Perry, um,
Who now
who
can't get a hit without
without him, but it's like they also got dragged at the possibility of Katie got dragged at the possibility of her working with Dr. Luke. That it made her have to pivot to something else. Whereas these girls are still getting celebrated for it. And it's
yeah,
also about
and
likability. It's about like Katie was obviously past her prime and
mhm.
had a lot of controversies thrown at her. And the Dr. Luke thing was another like anvil on her career. Otherwise, but for like Doja Cat, it's not even a factor. Like people don't even want to talk about it,
Right. It's not even something that's brought up. And
which is
that's why,
annoying
yeah, and so
as
I
a
felt we
Katie
had a
fan.
responsibility at least as, a form of media to mention it. Um my personal take is really that the way that I see it, it's hard enough for women to succeed in the music industry with some semblance of creative control. um, it's harder for women of color to succeed. It's harder for trans women to succeed. So in the cases of Doja Cat and Kim Petras, I don't necessarily fault them as much for kind of doing what they have to do to build their careers and get ahead. Or at least kind of the way that I see it. Not that it necessarily excuses or forgives it, but if everything's kind of stacked against you, and you have the opportunity to work with this massive producer, and kind of build a name for yourself. I understand kind of the reasoning for why they would, but it does suck that Dr. Luke has another number one.
Yeah, and it signals to the world that he can still make number ones in 2020, that he is still a number one producer, which is,
he's still fucking good at what he does.
Yeah, and it might give the okay for other artists to work with him and not be afraid of that backlash that they might have expected when all the Kesha stuff first started happening.
Right. And at that point, that was like 2015 or so, and he didn't have a hit until this point, or at least not a number one. So yeah, that's a bummer. But it's not a bummer for Black women in the top 2 of the Billboard Hot 100.
Yeah.
First time that's ever happened. 2 female collaborations at number 1 and number 2 is a very impressive feat, and Meg and Beyonce should still be very proud. Not like Beyonce don't have 10 number ones already, week. But
what'd you say?
I think number 1 next week is predicted to be a battle between, as much as it like really deeply like down in my soul pains me to even like say his name, 6ix9ine and Ariana with Justin Bieber.
Oh, that song is everywhere. Well, I'm okay with number 2, I guess.
But Savage is gonna it could rebound off the strength of like TikTok and stuff. It's still a trend, right? Do the kids still do the Savage challenge these days?
And they have an updated one with the Beyonce verse too.
Oh, that's true. It's so much harder. I'm not gonna try that.
Yeah.
That looks like it'll make me sweaty.
Full like dance crew choreography. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, like what I look like. This is not America's Best Dance Crew, no man.
If you want to see some real ass, baby, here's your chance.
Also, just have to mention that the line about jumping to put your jeans on really still pains me. I'm looking for smaller jeans actively, so that I can relate. No luck yet, but I'll get there. I also did like 10 squats, so sooner or later, that'll be me. Yeah, baby, I'll feel your pain, because I just want to relate. Why did I mention?
I have related. I used to relate when I was a little bit thicker. I related at one point in my life. Does that count?
Yes, because I've never been there. One day, it's fine.
It'll happen for you.
It's a really deep-setted dream of mine.
What's that thing on your bed back there?
Oh, this whole thing?
What is that? Oh my god, it's so pretty.
It's so big. And
how many pounds?
I can barely lift it. I can barely lift this right now. It's like actually 50 pounds.
It's bigger than your torso.
Because I'm so skinny.
Skinny legend.
But don't we look good together?
Rihanna.
For those of you listening at home, we have a video now. We're on YouTube. It's the massive fucking Rihanna book. It'll be the centerpiece of my coffee tables for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
like no joke.
Deservedly so.
I haven't taken it out of plastic yet, but I'll give a full detailed review. I should have done like an unboxing video.
Oh my god, you should. You still can.
It came in like the bougiest box too. It was like all black and matte, and it had like the big the stand that's like modeled after her hands. Hold on, I'll show that to you.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh yes.
It's as big as my face.
Her hands are really that size.
That would be like inhuman. But it is the size of my hand, so it's not out of the question.
Yeah.
Um, but yes, gorgeous. Best $200 I've ever spent.
Well, I can't wait to visit one day and
You can't touch
touch
it.
it.
You can look at it, but it'll be in a glass display case
We
with
should
like
have like
those
in a museum where
lasers.
they have like put it in the glass thing and you have to like insert your hands in gloves to flip the
Hmm.
page.
It'll be a climate controlled environment, like humidifier and
Exactly 67 degrees.
yes. And I will treasure this forever because that's really important to me. So yeah, very recommended purchase if you're looking for a way to spend your stimulus check like me.
I paid
And
off a credit card.
responsibility,
I'm trying to get out of debt.
crazy talk.
I
I'm
need
fine.
freedom, financial freedom.
I'll die in debt. Money's not real.
I'm trying to get out of credit card debt so then I can start like real traveling. Like I want to go to Europe and not have to spend $2,000 on my credit card.
Traveling is canceled. When are you going to travel again?
Exactly, next year. So that's why
When
I'm trying
there's
to
a
pay off.
vaccine?
I'm trying to pay off my credit card debt before travel is available again.
That's actually a good idea. I won't follow suit because I don't do things that are good for me, but that's a good idea. Living our best quarantine lives. Well, happy birth to the Antichrist, and congratulations to Grimes and her
Ooh.
beau Elon Musk.
Oh. Yay,
But
Grimes.
is he not? What What's your interpretation of the pronunciation of this name? It's like Xae, like somebody on TikTok told me that it's pronounced Kyle.
I read it as Angela.
Angela, that is beautiful.
I think it's
And
like a like I
oh, or just like the noise that Heidi in Closet made when she walked into working for the first time. Yes. Big congrats to them. I just wanted to give a big shout out to that because the saga of that relationship is quite possibly the best pop culture moment of the 21st century. Just everything about it.
Mhm.
The trajectory of their love story, the failed threesome with Azealia Banks where they trapped her in a basement and she chased them throughout Elon Musk's mansion, Scooby-Doo style. The the pregnancy and now their unique approach to parenting. I can't wait to see what's in store for that child. Big congrats to them. And when the world inevitably ends, the timing is right. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, I don't speak on demons. So I don't have nothing to say.
I don't speak on demons, just to them.
Yeah. Ooh.
Just I'm excited. I'm thrilled. Congrats. And the Rah Rah bitch is back with an album. We have a release date now. Lady Gaga, Chromatica, May 29th. It's happening officially.
Allegedly.
No, truly. This is it now. She gave a track list and everything. It's got to be real. No more coronavirus delays. Gaga is here to save us from
Are you
quarantine.
gonna get the Gaga jockstrap?
Okay, the way that I literally like manifested that when she first released like the merchandise, there was like there was a thong and there were briefs, and I was like, why didn't she just make a jockstrap? And I told Nick, and I was like she's gonna come up with the jockstrap next, and then lo and behold, a week later, there's a Chromatica jockstrap. You best believe I ordered. You better get your matching one.
Mm,
There's
I'll think
no
about
bottom
it.
at the club that will be without it. It'll be like a uniform. It'll be like a
Yeah.
calling card. You won't even have to, do the awkward thing anymore where you have like that conversation like, so are you like, are you a bottom? And you just show your Chromatica jockstrap. You get the memo immediately.
Well, I'm not a bottom, so I'll like look out for the jockstraps out there.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. What you heard.
Okay, but let's talk about this track list because that's what I'm most excited about. How did she get BLACKPINK out of their dungeon for a collab?
For real. What is that gonna sound like?
I have no idea. I'm so excited. I've never been more excited for a collab, I don't think.
I'm
This
pretty
is just
excited.
like the I'm so hyped for it. I don't even give a fuck about the Ariana Grande collaboration. Honestly, it's like that'll sound like a pop song, whatever. But like BLACKPINK, her
What is
mind.
Oh, I had a great question and I just forgot it. Oh, what's the song called?
Oh, it's called Sour Candy. Doesn't
Oh
it? That's
yeah.
just cool. It's just gonna be
Yeah.
cool.
I am
I
excited.
and actually I think that marks a pretty big moment for K-pop girl groups in the US because I mean everyone pretty much knows what BTS is at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Even if they don't necessarily even if you can't name a song, you're aware of BTS probably just because of the sheer mania that surrounds them.
Mm-hmm.
But girl groups don't really get the same sort of fanfare. So for a star as big as Lady Gaga to collaborate with BLACKPINK is actually a pretty big deal in terms of K-pop's like stateside. You know, they call what do they call it? They have a word for it in Korean that's like it means like the wave or something like that. But it's like the Korean culture being spread internationally. I can't think of the word. What? Oh, it's Hallyu, Hallelu, Hallelu.
Shangela?
Something like that. Uh, but this is that. And Elton John is the other one. She really set out to give the gays everything they wanted on this album.
Those are three great features.
Like literally, it when that track list leaked, I was like, "There's no way that's real. That has to be fake because that's like
Elton John.
straight out of some fag's imagination." And it was real. I'm still in shock. I think we're getting Rain on Me tomorrow, which is the
Oh my
song with
god.
Ariana Grande. So that'll be a thrill. Unless I'm lying,
Ooh,
and I could be lying. What's today? Oh, today's
Wednesday.
Wednesday. So actually on Friday.
Yeah. Thursday at 9 p.m.
Yeah, exactly. Like
or 11 for y'all. Yeah.
nighttime on
I
Thursday we'll
want
be
you
getting it.
to be. Well, hopefully she won't record the video on an iPhone, but otherwise, I'm excited. That's a great choreo.
That is a classic. I'll never forget it.
That was one of the last songs that came out before Corona hit and closed all the
That's
bars.
true. Wow. I did get to hear one set of bar.
Yeah, I learned the dance so I could go out the next weekend.
Wow.
And it was
The
closed.
first time that I hear the Savage remix at a gay bar, game over.
Oh my god, I
Clear
drove
the
around
floor.
the other day.
Evacuate the dance floor.
I drove around the other day just to feel something, and I played Savage so loud. I forgot what it felt like to listen to a song in a car. It felt so good.
And I was in Houston when it came out. So it's like,
Oh my god, the whole city.
yeah, like the energy. I wasn't seeing anybody, but I could just feel it
You
in the air.
felt it. The
Yeah,
buzz.
just, the buzz. Yes, just the vibe.
The bees buzzing.
That was just the bees. But I mean, that and what do you think people are going to do when the Say So remix comes on at the club? Probably nothing.
A fucking TikTok dance. I'm honestly like sick of that song.
Which one? There's so many.
Okay, I listened to the Nicki Minaj version once, maybe twice. I don't even think I got okay, because she has the first verse in the beginning. Is there another one?
I only listened to it once as well.
Okay. So I listened to the first verse she does, and then Doja Cat comes in. And then the chorus came in and I was like, okay, that's enough. So I turned it off.
Okay, yeah, let's revisit that for a second because the difference to me is that Beyonce and Megan did like an old school remix where you cut new vocals, new verses, you rearrange the song, you like kind of like make it into a new mix.
Yeah.
And the girls these days have gotten lazy with the
Yeah.
remix. Remix does
Okay.
not just mean slap a rap verse on it and call it a day.
Nicki Minaj did not even hear the song. She said, "What's the BPM?"
Right?
And went in the studio to a metronome. And she said, "Here's your little verse."
She's like, you know what? I'm gonna give you 2. Take it and get out of my face. She said, you could put out 2 versions. Get your coins. I'm done.
Pick the one you want.
Cut the check and cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Like Nicki Minaj sing the song on camera challenge. Go. What does it sound like? What does "Say So" sound like? The chorus. Quickly.
Say what? I did a remix for who? Oh yeah. She better put some respect on it. That's the number 1 for her. That's
I know she's happy because she is posting about it like crazy. Well, whereas Beyonce couldn't even promote the fucking Savage song until Mother's Day, until it was too late.
Absolutely wild that she couldn't do it alone.
That Megan couldn't. That Nicki couldn't.
No, that Beyonce. I mean, Beyonce's done it 10 times. Nicki couldn't do it alone.
Yeah,
and she had to hop on a New Girls wave for that. And like, props to Doja because I mean she's capitalizing on her moment right now. This is her breakout song and her breakout moment. But Nicki could like Super Bass, Anaconda, even I think what else are her solo
Starships,
top 10 hits? Starships could have gone number 1. Even Chun-Li, I think, was the top 10.
Yeah, it was. I think
Bang
it was like
Bang
5
didn't
or
go
6.
number 1. It's like it took Say So.
And so many features she's been on. Yeah, it's wild.
This is like her. I think I saw a statistic that this is like her 109th top 10, or not top 10, but Billboard
top
Hot 100 entry.
Yeah, wild.
Which ties her with Elvis. She's probably still behind Drake, though.
Of course. Oh yeah, Drake is
somebody
like
the other day.
I think Drake has the most now. He passed the person who had the most. I think Drake is the most.
The Glee cast. That's who had the most.
Oh God, Glee! The power of Glee.
But who's worse? Answer carefully.
Glee or Drake?
Yes.
Glee had its moments.
Let's have that conversation because I'm sorry. I'm a recovered. What are Drake stands called?
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about Glee. Okay, wait. I just want to mention. I remember the other day out of the blue, Leah Michelle singing, like screaming "Take a Bow" by Rihanna in the middle of the hallway. Do you remember that? Like at the locker, it was like episode 3.
You're triggering my PTSD.
It's very entertaining. Oh God, it's such a mess. That show is a mess. My
recent
camp.
Glee memory was, what was camp was Mercedes singing "Bust Your Windows" about the gay boy.
But you busted my heart.
That
looking camp straight in the eye.
Hello. In that moment, nothing has ever been more camp than that.
Oh God, what an insane show!
But Drake is giving them a run for their money. Drake is camp.
Yes.
He is. At this point, he spat that Tootsie slide. He shat that right out. He said, "Y'all gonna stream this shit anyway. Here you go. Get out of my face. Don't ask me about nothing. I gave you a TikTok challenge. Don't talk to me."
And I like it. I like that song.
I'm just exhausted. Yeah,
as soon as it came out, I was like, "This is going number 1." He doesn't have to do work.
He doesn't have to do anything. He's not trying anymore. He hasn't made an effort in years. He's like, "Y'all gonna buy this shit. I know you're gonna stream it regardless. So take what I give you and shut the fuck up." That's it.
Did you listen to the album?
I can't. I don't have the gumption.
I thought most of it was kind of boring. There were a couple songs. I know. I think it was Chicago Freestyle with Giveon. Is that how you say his name?
Giveon, yeah. Giveon is mad talented. I like him a lot.
I like that song, and then there's one more that I like that's on my new finds playlist. You can find it in the
one with Playboy
link
Cardi
below. Maybe, but most of it
it's
I thought was boring or sounded like. But it's a he just like fine-tuned some of his demos over the years, right? Because it sounds like that.
I mean, he's been putting out the same song in different variations for like a solid 6 years at this point.
Yeah. Do straight guys ever get tired of those like sad fuckboy vibes? Like, my bitch
apparently not, because they send it
anymore.
Straight to number one.
I guess
every time,
and I did too. I could be Drake.
Maybe that
learn
should
how
be
to
our
rhyme.
Podcast.
Huh?
Our podcast should just be different impressions of Drake. Let's write a new Drake song every episode.
Pick a song.
I could do like a Hold On We're Going Home, like sad boy with pseudo deep lyric, like sing rapping.
But you have to make it about like lasagna.
Ooh. I could sing about lasagna for days.
You could do better.
That's a good song though.
Did you use the pasta water? I could figure it out. I'll make it work.
I'm into this. That's a good offshoot. I think we should dig deeper.
Pivot.
Okay. But I thought it would be fun for us to do a kind of catch-up speed round on some of the releases of the last, month and a half or so. Just kind of give, knee-jerk opinion, like first thing that comes to mind.
Let's do it.
So let's do that. And we can start with Miss JoJo and her new album, Good to Know.
How is there a time limit to these opinions, or just their fast thoughts?
I'll give you 10 seconds.
Amazing, incredible, talented. She is the moment. R&B
never
queen.
Before seen.
The R&B girls are shaking right now. Don't Talk Down, best song of the year.
I love Comeback. She's grown now.
Comeback.
When I heard Comeback for the first time and I realized that she was saying come, JoJo, my JoJo saying come. Oh, game over. I was like, this is my album. That's it. I feel like I can say come now because she did. She gave me the right.
Were you not saying it before?
No, I would bleep it. I would censor myself. I would just say come.
Like insects. Like, I just bleep.
Yeah. I'm gonna bleep.
Hot. Wow.
Yeah. People get really... people think it's really sexy. Okay, next up. Sam Smith and Demi Lovato, I'm Ready.
Oh, I forgot about that song.
Oh, that's all there is to say.
Yeah. That the verse was so cool, and then the chorus is so anticlimactic and like.
Okay, when you said the chorus sounded like a vocal warm up, I like sent me to the moon.
Oh man,
it's literally what we would do in our acapella group.
Yes. Oh, and then the fucking like church choir comes in, and I was like rolling my eyes. It's cringy.
My issue is that Sam Smith thinks the church choir is the solution to all life's problems.
Yeah.
Rina Sawayama, her self-titled album.
My new queen. You showed her to me, but
Finally.
You played songs. You were playing songs that I did not like.
Okay, her singles were a little different than the overall like final direction of the album, I think. But they were buzzy.
Yeah, I remember hearing Cherry. I remember you playing Cherry, and I liked Cherry.
And I played like Take Me As I Am for you a while ago, which is on her first EP.
Okay.
It's the one that sounds like Britney Spears.
Maybe
I played XS for you in San Diego.
Yeah.
I definitely showed you STFU, but I knew you wouldn't like that one, but I just thought it'd be funny to show it to you.
That's the one I did not like at all.
But Bad Friend, I really could have written that. Chosen Family's beautiful. I love Snakeskin as a closer. Rina's that girl.
I'm obsessed with Who's Gonna Save You Now. I literally play it at least once a day. Maybe every time I go running, I play it. I just play it so much. It's gonna be in
Ooh,
my like top
she
10 of
runs.
this year.
Yeah,
So good.
that's definitely a good one. Very, very solid album. Excellent debut showing.
Yeah.
Um, Fiona Apple, fetch the bolt cutters. I feel like you have to say it like that.
Ladies.
Your audio cut out right there. That was so merciful.
Oh God.
How do we feel about that album? Because I'm gonna keep it real, Chief. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
kind
not.
of a mess.
I'm not an enlightened like pitchfork girl, you know.
10?
So
Didn't they give it 10 out of 10?
they did give it a 10 out of 10.
Delusion.
It's
And
shocking.
those
I mean,
girls are so mean at Pitchfork. Like I thought I reviewed, like I was a harsh critic. They are
yeah,
savage.
and I don't think they've ever given. I don't know who else they've given tens. I don't have like a comprehensive list,
It's
but I
been
feel like it's probably
years.
only like the Beatles.
Yeah, it's been years since they gave out another 10.
It's so. I mean, maybe it's one that I'll need to like revisit. I like Shamika. I don't know who Shamika is, but it just sounds like she has a black friend and she decided to write a song about her. So I appreciate that.
Someone told me because I did a react video about this album, and it was a lot. Someone told me Shamika was like
Her middle
an
name?
older kid who saw that she was getting bullied and was telling her, "You don't have to put up with this." That's what I think the story is about.
Huh. Okay.
Shamika said I had potential. It's just weird. It's a lot. Not my favorite jam. It's not easy listening.
Yeah, it's one that you have to like kind of sit down and like with your pen and pad and like write notes.
And I think
And
it's
I don't
the
really have time for
structures.
that.
I think the structures are kind of chaotic.
Like
Uh,
purposefully so. I get how she
mhm.
like kind of wanted to use like found and like instruments and like, you know, improvised sounds and some very cool like, you know, I heard there's like one where it's like a chair beating on the ground is like the basis of the beat or something. And it's like
Yeah,
that's very cool, but I just it's not easy listening, like you said.
yeah. I think especially with like the tempo changes and like weird instruments and then the weird like it's hard to relax into the song and that's what gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
I think that's why I like
Maybe
Ladies so much because I couldn't. I that one I could relax at that one.
maybe it's designed to give you anxiety. Maybe that's like a
Maybe,
therapy form. I'll ask my
maybe,
therapist about it and get back to
maybe,
you.
maybe.
Let's see what else we have. Oh, Selena Gomez, Boyfriend.
I want a boyfriend.
That was why didn't she put that on the regular album?
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that album for like a week and a half, and then I just kind of got rid of it. But it made me revisit it, and I was like, she really can make a
it's
sweet
pretty
song when she
good.
wants to.
It's a solid album. I
Yeah.
listened to it pretty like for like 2 weeks straight actually, and then I still listen to People You Know and Vulnerable like occasionally.
Yeah, vulnerable girl.
I really
But
like
Boyfriend
Boyfriend
should have been
too
on the
though.
regular track
Yeah,
list because it would be like one of the better songs on it.
yeah.
So
Boyfriend
I
slaps, and the
appreciate that
music
she gave
video
us
is
that.
so good.
Let's see. We have Kim Petras, Malibu. Again with the Dr. Luke.
I don't really like it.
She's just getting a little predictable.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of boring, and I don't like
I
one-word
really,
choruses.
and not even just because I don't like Dr. Luke, but like in general, I think she needs to branch out a little bit more with her sound
Mhm.
and kind of give us something a little bit more unexpected.
Yeah,
Because I think
I
she's got really great potential and like, she could be a pop star if she kind of spread her wings. And hopefully she has the, you know, creative license to do so and she's not stuck under Dr. Luke's thumb for the rest of her career or something like that. I hope she
yeah,
doesn't sign a bad deal.
yeah. Hopefully,
But Malibu's not it for me.
yeah.
It's
I don't like the one-word chorus mostly.
yeah.
It's just like kind of boring, and then the key change happens. It's like
Did you see
fine.
that little like at home video that she did for it with all the celebrity cameos?
I didn't because I'm sick of those.
You know what it was serving me like very Call Me Maybe.
Really?
You remember when they did that for Call Me Maybe and it got really big because
Oh
like Justin Bieber and
yeah.
like a bunch of other people were in that video lip syncing to it?
Hmm.
It was like I felt like it was trying to recreate that a little bit.
Okay, maybe I'll watch it. It's a lot of celebrities too. It's not just like Paris
Yeah, it's
Hilton.
like not super worth it, but
I'll give the song another try.
perhaps. Okay, stuck with you, Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber.
I watched the video when it came out, and I never listened to it again.
Yeah, he had been threatening a collaboration with Ariana Grande for the longest time.
Threatening.
Yeah, because now it's arrived. It's like I feel like I've been harmed. No, it's fine. It's a cute little quarantine song, I guess. I don't know why it took them, this.
I also just think it's weird because a lot of people are like quarantining alone, and I just feel
Yeah, I'm not stuck
bad.
with anybody but my roommate,
Yeah,
and and
and then like
she's lovely, but I want
I
roommate.
think that I personally am not a fan of all these quarantine videos of all the celebrities. Like, here we are in our houses, and that's why I guess I didn't
Mhm.
really want to watch the Malibu video. I just don't. I think it's boring. I just don't
And they're
like
not
it.
relatable.
Yeah, unless it's like chocolate, like Ari Lennox and Kiana Lede did. Like that was chill. That was a cute vibe.
Okay, that
This
was
like
another song on the
people
list.
hugging. I'm just
That
like,
is a
ugh,
great song.
I love that song.
Kiana
Yeah, let's
Lede's
talk about
album is
Kiana Lede.
solid. Yeah,
I haven't listened to it yet in full, but I found like 3 songs that I really like and I play them all the time. But I need to listen to the whole thing.
she's
I need to
very
sit down.
talented.
She
I
is.
think I think she deserves to kind of break through a little bit more because I think a lot of people still don't know her name very
Yeah.
well. But she's been grinding since she was like a teenager. She
Yeah.
might still be a teenager. I don't know how old she is, like
She's
20.
early 20s now.
Yeah. So.
X fucked me up when I heard it last year.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I was also going through some shit, and it was like dead on with my situation then. And it just like the first time I heard it, I literally cried. She has
She's
such a beautiful voice.
she has a beautiful voice and she's a
Yeah,
beautiful girl and she
yeah,
writes some beautiful songs.
yeah. I
So
mean, she's probably not right
check,
now,
check,
but
check.
yeah, yes.
She's helping.
She's some editing here and there.
Yeah, in the room, change
Yeah,
a word, get a third
yeah.
of the publishing rights. All right. Let's see. Charlie XCX Claus and Forever because she's putting out a new track every week.
Okay, is it bad? This is what
Have
I
you
was
heard
gonna say
either
at
of
the
them?
beginning of the podcast. I feel like I'm outgrowing her. Like I feel like I listen to her songs and I'm
That's
like,
valid.
am I getting old? Or is this not good?
Well, I mean, the answer is yes. But
To
there's
both?
nothing, you can't prevent yourself.
Okay. You're not that much younger than me, sir.
I, I kind of can connect with that. I don't think I'm like fully there, but I do think that, she's kind of a younger vibe, even though she's older than me, I think. But I mean, I've also been a Charlie XCX fan for at this point, like literally maybe 10 years
Do you like the new
because I
songs?
remember her from MySpace. So I know that she will kind of will continue to evolve, and that's what I like about her. But I think that right now the songs are like solid. I like Forever a lot. Um, I like Claus a lot too, actually. But I am kind of interested to see where she's going to go next because I do think that right now her sound is kind of like she's putting out a lot of music, and I think it's cool that she's doing a full quarantine album.
Yeah.
And
The
like a
idea
couple
is
artists have
cute.
done that now, like the concept of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Um,
just think they all kind of sound like songs on Pop 2, but they're not as good.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely less refined.
Yeah.
She's not like, sending this probably to her whole like
I just
label
mean like
team and
the
everything.
even like the choruses, like how those songs made me feel. I am not feeling that when I listen to these songs. And that's what
Yeah.
I guess I'm missing. And that's why I'm like, am I getting old or is this just
Or is
like
her
it
sound getting old?
yeah.
Maybe a combination. But I like it.
I'm excited for the
And
album. I'm excited to
her album
I
comes
will
out, I
listen
think, like, does it come out this week or next week?
next
But
very soon.
yeah, and it was all composed in the last 2 months, half of it on Instagram Live. So I think that's cool. I think it's an innovative way to kind of capture or, kind of grab interest during this time that's kind of weird for everybody. So
Yeah.
I'm interested. I'm just not fully sold.
Yeah.
Kelly Rowland, Coffee.
I loved the music video.
The video is gorgeous. The song is
Yeah.
kind of, it's
Yeah.
good.
I kind of forgot what the song sounds like, so I don't want to say if it's good or bad because I don't remember.
It's kind of horny.
I love
Like
that for her. I love horny
I,
Kelly Rowland.
but also thinking about it, Kelly Rowland is kind of horny. So
Motivation?
yeah, or
Baby,
even
I'm
like
feeling motivation.
Ice was super horny too, and
Mm.
like isn't that the one with Lil Wayne? Is it Ice? I think so. And then
Oh, look, because I know Lil Wayne's on motivation.
wait, I might be lying. If I made a fool of myself just now, just forget about it. But
Drag him to hell, Stans.
the 3 Kelly Rowland stands. Okay. But it's a cute song. The video is beautiful though. We
Yeah,
love seeing brown skin
stunning.
girls owning their
Oof,
sexuality. Absolutely.
so beautiful.
This one's just for you. Jeremy Zucker, Love Is Not Dying, the album. So give me the elevator pitch on Jeremy Zucker. Because I
I
know that's your boo.
I wish I would have like prepared for this or something.
You've been
I'm
training for weeks.
I'm obsessed with him weirdly. I found him with Not Your Friend on like some Spotify playlist, and then I took the deep dive into his music, and I like every single song.
I like,
Um,
I like, I like, I like, I like
the new song,
everything
they're
about
all
you.
like sad boy bops, very minimalistic, but with just like cool fucking. Do you know how Billie Eilish and Phineas like to do like weird sounds in the backgrounds and using weird instruments and then like pitching them up or like adding things to them to make it part of the song?
Mm.
Jeremy kind of does that too, but they're all just like about him being sad about a breakup. And they just fucking his voice is so like how he structures his songs and how he emotes in his voice just like punches you in the heart, and I just am obsessed with those feelings. Yeah, he's like filling all my sad boy holes right now, and I love him so much.
Yeah, I think the reason that I haven't really listened to that full album, because I know you liked it a lot, and I was like planning to kind of listen to it. I just don't have any room for any extra sad in my life. I got enough of my own.
See, but like sad about like generally existing versus relationship stuff, it's like a different kind of sad, so it distracts me.
That's fair,
Have you listened to
but
Not Your Friend
I'm sad
though?
about both. Just kidding. There's no relationships. I have heard not your friend, and I do like that one. And
I
he
think
also
that
did.
song's so good.
There was another one a couple months ago. Like I want to say maybe it came out in March.
Always I'll care,
Before the album.
probably.
It was. I'm looking it up right
Always I'll
now.
care. Julia. What was the other?
I lost it. I don't know what it's called,
I don't
but
know either.
it'll come back to me eventually, like in a dream, and then I'll wake you up and tell
But
you.
y'all, my favorite song on the album right now is, it's a three-way tie between "Somebody Loves You," "Lake House." Oh my God, fuck me up, "Lake House."
Oh, Somebody Loves You is it? That's the
It
one
was
I
"Somebody
liked.
Loves You." That song is
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
I'm
that one's cute.
trying not to. And "Hell or Flying" I've been listening to a lot too. Those are my three recs. If you haven't
Nice.
listened to Not Your Friend yet, sorry, I'm obsessed with this album. I think it's great. Um, Love is shaking. He could never.
I was gonna say, I don't know what distinguishes him from love. Like, if I saw them both walking down the street, sorry to these men, but it. I mean, there's more. There's room for more than one in the sad boy market. One more thing for the speed round,
Yes.
and last song is the reunion, A Town's Finest. That's Atlanta for those of you who are young. Usher, Lil Jon, and Ludacris, Sex Beat.
Oh yeah.
It was so disappointing.
Yeah.
Like I had such high hopes. They shouldn't have
Yeah.
gotten me excited about it.
Yeah. It was like, because we've had Lovers and Friends, two excellent
Yeah.
songs that my hopes were up
Sky
there.
high. And they just didn't do it. It's not even like, like Lovers and Friends is like a great like sex song. So it's not even like
Yeah.
they could only do upbeat songs. But like putting sex in the title is, first of all, it's kind of corny
Yeah.
coming from three, like at this point, like
40 to
45-year-old
50 year
men.
old men.
Yeah. It's just like kind of creepy a little bit. And it's not to say that they're not still sexy, because I probably still would, at least with Usher and Lil Jon, or,
Ludicrous.
Usher and
Ooh.
Ludacris. I don't know what Lil Jon looks like. I've never seen him.
Without those glasses, the dreads.
All I can picture is a giant pair of shades and a grill. I don't know what his face looks like at all.
That's real.
But but yeah, that song just didn't do it. It
Mm-mm.
wasn't sexy. It wasn't funny. It wasn't a bop. It was just
I forgot what it sounded like.
next.
Yeah.
I just remember Usher like saying "sex beat" too much.
Yeah.
Sex beat.
Nope. I
And
listened to it
then like,
once and I discarded it.
yeah, it's sad. They could have been great if they had just done it like 10 years earlier.
And better.
And much better. All right, that's all I've got for our speed round this week.
That was fun.
Yeah, I think we should do something else like that. Another like
We sped through so many things
game. Now you have all of our opinions
about
that you
everything.
didn't ask for,
Yeah.
because that's what we're here for,
You're
to
welcome.
force our opinions on you.
And you're going to like them.
And you love it.
You
Or
do.
you wouldn't be listening this long at least.
Yeah, for real.
But don't turn it off. We're almost done. So what have you been listening to recently? What are your new faves?
I mean, God, what have I been listening to? I don't know. Give me a second. I'm pulling up my Spotify play. Okay.
The sound of my own thoughts.
Ugh. No. What I've been listening to. Okay, do y'all watch that show, Songland?
I love Songland. You know I love Songland.
Yes, it's like,
you're probably not asking me, but
on
I
ABC.
love Songland.
Yeah, songwriters writing songs for like pop stars.
And it's a really good insight into the kind of
Process.
writer's room process of creating a song.
The song that I'm obsessed with is Champagne Night by Lady Antebellum.
Me too!
Those little country girls snapped.
They sing down. Like, they can both like sing their asses off.
Yeah.
Or like the old ladies in my church would say, they can blow.
Yes. And the song is so good.
It is. It's
Drinking
really
beer
cute. It's
on
catchy.
A champagne night. And it's a mood. It's relatable. I mean, they can't really relate to it because they're rich. I was like, you're not drinking PBRs.
Yeah, they're drinking Moet Chandon.
Yeah. But it's just so fun. And this is like, if summer was not canceled, I'd be playing this all summer.
Yeah, it's a very like
all these little gays
beach with a beer kind of vibe.
Oh, it reminds me of Texas. Oh,
the harmonies are tight. It makes me want to like drive around in the back of somebody's truck and like yell maybe at someone, or maybe just generally.
Wow, full Caucasian fantasy.
Yeah, just like very Duck Dynasty tease.
Yeah.
But like more fun.
Yes. It's such a great song. So that's my first one.
That's a good one. I have been super into Hive singles lately.
Oh yeah.
So you might recall Hive as the trio of Jewish sisters from the LA area who do their best Fleetwood Mac impression on most of their albums. Now I say that with love. I am a huge Hive stan. In fact, if you had asked me at any point between like probably 2012 and like 2016 what my favorite band was, because I don't listen to a huge number of bands, but I would immediately say Hive. And they are consistently great.
Yeah.
But they have a single coming out, or they have an album coming out rather, in a couple of weeks, maybe in June, I want to say. But the singles they've been putting out are really solid lately, and The most recent one is I Know Alone. It's kind of a shift for them. It's a little glitchy, a little more electronic production than kind of their normal kind of Americana rock based song. But still stays pretty true to them, like lyrically and like, you know, harmonically. But yeah, it's really cool. And you know, it actually reminds me a lot of Christine and the Queens.
Huh.
In terms of like the direction they went on this particular single. So I don't know if that's a, you know, a harbinger for the album or not, or if that's kind of something that, you know, they'll be kind of leaning more into. But I'm really kind of happy and excited to see them branching out a little bit. But it's still with their like typical collaborators. So it's not like, you know, they pulled in some you know, new producer or anything like that. It's with Ariel Rechtshaid and Rostam Batman.
Yeah, the
You
guy
know, the guy
from
from
Vampire
Vampire Weekend.
Weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he did Claro's album. I love him.
Yeah. So, you know, they are working, and they've worked with him since their first album too. So, you know, they're typical team, but they go in cool directions, and I love just the sound of their voices together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been real into that lately.
I'll check that out because they're great. I love them.
Yeah.
My second song is it might be a shocker out there.
Don't you say Tootsie Slide.
No, I was gonna say I Love Me by Demi Lovato. But
the
emo version.
Yes!
The emo version.
Oh, it took me straight back to La La Land.
Yes. Did you forget?
Oh, don't forget. Yep.
It's so good. It changes the whole.
Remember December.
Oh God! It changes
those are the deep
whole.
cuts.
I Love Me is a corny ass like wannabe Lizzo single, and it was not great because she doesn't have the Lizzo charisma. That's what I keep saying. She does not have the Lizzo charisma to pull off a song that corny, a pop song that corny. But when you take the angst from that song and put those 2008 rock guitar and drums over it, punk pop shit, it's so good, and like it fills out all that angst so well. I am obsessed. It makes so much more sense as an emo song.
Isn't it featuring Travis Barker too, from Blink-182?
Is that what he's from?
Yeah.
I always think of him as Katy Perry's ex.
Well, I mean, he's that too. That's how you know you're a Katy cat.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm obsessed with that song.
He's got musical, you know, a resume of his own.
Maybe.
And yes, it is so much better as an emo song. Because when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's what this needed.
Yes. Because they should have made that. They should have released that in the first place.
It should have been the single.
Yes.
Like as that version, it would be so much better because the regular version is just like not it at all. And I was so bored by it. And I was kind of excited to hear her next singles after that Grammy performance of Anyone.
Yeah.
And that was just like,
it was anticlimactic. Okay. She should have led with this one for sure.
And then the Sam Smith song too is just like, so she's flopping this era. Cool. Yeah, okay, moving on.
The Sam Smith song was a choice.
So it was, yeah, much better. I Love Me emo version, absolutely. My next song is actually a kind of left field choice, but for those of you who know who Aluna George is, they're actually on hiatus. So one commonly held misconception, Aluna George was actually two people. It was Aluna and George. George was the producer. George is not her last name. But Aluna is actually doing a solo gig now where she's kind of branching out and working with other producers outside of George. And she just put out her first solo single. And apparently, I looked up her Instagram and stuff. She had a baby. She's been like doing stuff. But the single's called Body Pump. And it's pretty true to their sound, but I loved Aluna George. Like I bought their first album, like a physical copy of it that was signed by them when I was in high school.
Wow.
So So I was really into Luna George, and I'll support her no matter what she does. But yeah, the single's cute, and I'm really happy to see her kind of doing her own thing. So you probably know them from the "You Know You Like It" remix. Who did that remix? It was it DJ Snake? I think it was DJ Snake, but you'd know the song if you heard it. But you know, Luna's great. She's a talented girl. She's making her own thing now. It's a groove. It's got a nice little rhythm to it. So check it
Yeah,
out.
I haven't listened to that. I'm gonna have to like. I'm realizing how long it's been since we've talked about music.
I know, right? It's sad.
um. Yeah. Well, my last song is by this DJ named Bank Baynk,
Yes.
and I just found his EP from last year. And a song called "Settle" with Sinead Harnett.
Sinead.
Is that how you say it?
Uh-huh. It's a
Sinead.
very Irish name, I think.
The H is not there at
Missing.
all. um,
Like Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead Harnett.
Harnett, yeah.
Harnett. Yeah, but the song's called "Settle." It's incredible. It's very
Her
like
voice, dude.
yeah, her voice. You showed me Sinead O'Hart.
Yeah.
Sinead
Harnett.
Sinead. I'm forgetting her name now.
Oh yeah.
Now that you've corrected me. But you showed me her. And yeah, I've been following her. I thought pretty closely, but I missed this single. This song feels very Clean Bandit if Clean Bandit were sadder. And I like that. It's a chill,
yes.
chill, like summery bop about if you're all in this relationship, I'm all in it too. And it just feels so good. Her voice is just like honey, I want to see.
Excellent.
It's just a great fucking song.
Her vocals are like top notch.
Yeah.
So good. And my last song is my homegirl, another, it's very similar, like probably in the same vein as Sinead Harnett, Jessie Ware.
Oh yeah.
He has been putting out singles for her. I think her album's dropping in June. And she has leaned like full like disco funk on this one, but not in like a Dua Lipa way, kind of more of like a classic disco way. Like almost actually more house. It's like disco house. Yeah. But it's perfect. Like every single so far has been so fucking good. And the most recent one is Save a Kiss. And it's just perfect. It's just like the best, like, you know, love on the dance floor type of song that you just kind of forget yourself and can kind of move to. Like, I just want to do drugs and get lost. I want to do that most days, but like especially when I hear the songs. But all the singles are great, so I'm just recommending them all. There's "Save a Kiss." There's "Ooh La La" came out recently. "Spotlight" is so good. "Mirage" is amazing. "Adore You." Just listen to every single she's put out.
There's 5 singles already.
Yeah,
like "Spotlight" just came out. Oh geez.
Well, I mean, the singles for this album have been coming out for like a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of those that's been delayed. Yeah. But everything is great, and now the album's actually coming out next month, and you need to go ahead and get into it and be ahead of the curve, because I can just tell that it's going to be great because her albums are always great. So check that.
I will get into it. You're so right, Ryan.
I love when you say that. No idea. That's what I live to hear. And that's the show.
Yeah. How did we close these things?
I don't know. Should we blow a kiss? We say thanks for tuning in. You know, we are gonna bring you some consistent quarantine content because we know you need it. Because we need it.
Do you want to say it? You could say that. You could say it.
And you know, you just use this, you know. And follow us on our socials. Taylor's doing some really great new reaction videos on his YouTube channel, which is the same as his Twitter and Instagram and all that. Cornbread says. I am at Lion Roared, which is Ryan Lord with the L and the R switched. And we're gonna be talking more shit next week and giving it to you every season.
She brings
This
it
is
to you
season
every
2
go.
also. We decided that.
Yes, this is season 2, a new era of
Wow.
OnlyStans.
So like new and thrilling things to come. I don't know what those things are yet, but they're coming.
They're on the way.
Choo choo. Cut that out.